Welcome in, everyone, to this week's edition of the RSL Insider. I'm John Kaluter. Thanks for joining us. This week, we get down to Zango Field in Lehigh to talk to some of the RSL gang about getting back to league play against the San Jose Earthquakes this Friday night right here at Rio Tinto Stadium. But first, we got some post-game reaction from that small result in Pretoria today, where the United States grabbed a thrilling 1-0 result over Algeria to advance to the round of 16. Caught up with Kyle Beckerman, Nat Borchers, Nick Raimondo, Chris Wingert, and head coach Jason Kreis to get their reactions on the minor result from South Africa.
Where were you? What was the reaction like when they finally got one?
I had to be at practice a little bit early for treatment, so I was in the locker room and just going nuts. As soon as they scored, I was punting physio balls all over the weight room, celebrating like I was on the team. I was just so excited for the guys and also for our country. I mean, I think it's just great that we're going to be spending another few days celebrating and also getting excited for the next one.
What does it mean to U.S. soccer, big picture, to advance?
It's huge, I think. I think it's big for, obviously, MLS. It's big for U.S. soccer, and it's big for this country. We didn't show up the last World Cup, and this round, you know, we kind of got goofed on a couple calls. So to go through on a win obviously gives us confidence, but it also gives us, a stepping stone to see who we play in the next round.
What were the team's USA guys? Was the rest of the team that worked up about it?
You know, I didn't see the RGs as excited about it as I would have hoped. Homison, definitely not much expression or emotional sentiment, but I know the American group was very excited.
I was in the locker room. We had a bunch of the coaching staff and office staff and some players came in to watch the game together. A really special occasion.
Did you think it was going to count?
I did. It was one of those matches where, you know, all of us were kind of telling each other that it was still going to come, and it gets to be difficult, especially when they're missing as many chances as they did. And then it gets late in the game and you're wondering whether or not there's really going to be one more chance, but there was after the 90th minute, and it was really cool to be together and to experience that. Was fantastic.
What were you thinking when Dempsey's goal was waved off and when he hit the post?
I thought it was really close. You know, hopefully you're going to get a good call that maybe should have gone the other way, go your way, and we just haven't got it yet. So it was tough, and that was kind of one of the things you're kind of thinking, maybe we're not going to score today. So it was a little scary, but they just kept pressing.
Maybe the Rota call, round 16.
Maybe we'll get it in a round of 16, that's right, and that's where it'll count. You know, that'll be even more important. So yeah, we'll take it later in the round. Hopefully we can get a call, though.
We go from South Africa to Sandy, Real Salt Lake defending its 16-match home undefeated streak in league play this Friday night right here at Rio Tinto Stadium when the San Jose Earthquakes come to town. Go back down to Lehigh to get reaction from the guys on this week's impending Western Conference showdown.
San Jose, they were supposed to be not very good, and you were supposed to clobber them in the opener, and you did, and now you look at the standings, and they actually look like they're pretty good.
I've said it all along, any team could beat anybody at any time in this league, and they're a good team. You know, Frank's a good coach, and they're a team that when they play well, and they get points, and obviously they climbed up the ladder a little bit, and they're coming together a lot more than they were in the beginning of the season. So we have to come with our A game for sure on Saturday or Friday and hopefully get a result.
So San Jose, you worked them pretty good, and they took a lot of heat in that opener, but they played really pretty well since then.
Yeah, they really rebounded really well after that game, and I mean, some would have just packed in things and had another tough year, but they didn't. They came right back out and got some big wins for them and got their confidence going. So we expect the same. They're going to have high confidence and know that a win could change their season.
The biggest thing I'm fearful of is our guys being overconfident and feeling good about themselves and feeling like they're not going to have to be at their best to beat San Jose, because that's not the case. San Jose is where I thought they would be a year ago, or during the offseason last year. I figured that they would be a much stronger team this year, and they are. So it's going to take us playing close to our potential again at home to win this game.
Yeah, San Jose's done very well this year. They're right behind us in the standings, so we need to come out and give them our best. We're playing with a lot of confidence, and we definitely need to keep that going.
Thanks for joining us on this edition of the RSL Insider. And speaking of joining us, you can do so right here this Friday night when the Claret and Cobalt take on the San Jose Earthquakes. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Carnival Royale out on the East Lawn will start at 5. And for those coming inside the gates starting at 6 p.m., the first 4,000 of you will receive a free RSL Internationals t-shirt courtesy of ESPN 700 and Adidas. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.